Living with fibromyalgia can feel like a continuous struggle, and we're constantly wishing for more steady days, less crashing, and a bit more trust in our own bodies again. If that's you, I want you to hear this first. You don't need a big overhaul to make a real difference with fibromyalgia. In this video, I'm sharing 5 fibro-friendly habits that made the biggest difference to my day-to-day life. Habits that help me move toward more stable days and fewer bad ones. You don't need to do all 5 together. If one sticks out while you're watching, that's probably the one to start with. I share this kind of practical lived experience context regularly here on this channel because with fibromyalgia it's often the small, steady foundations that help most over time. I've lived with fibromyalgia for 26 years, and these are the habits I've come back to whenever my symptoms start creeping up again. One of these habits in particular, I only committed to properly in the last couple of years, and it made a bigger difference than I expected. And I'll tell you which one that was as we go. The first habit is pacing. Even when you think you're taking it gently and easy, you might still be pushing more than you realize. With fibromyalgia, pressure often creeps in quietly. You might tell yourself, I'll finish this now so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. But even that one thing can already be pushing your system too far. You often notice it as a little feeling of pressure, maybe the feeling of needing to hurry, the sense of pushing yourself along. You might feel it when you're cooking and people are hungry, so you have that urgency to get things done. Or when you're working and trying to squeeze in one more task. Or when you're fitting too much into one day. That feeling of pressure is often your first warning sign. Pacing is planning before the pressure builds. It means giving yourself more time than you think you need and breaking tasks into smaller steps. So instead of, I'll just get this done quickly, you try, this might take half an hour, so I'm going to give myself an hour and take a little break first. So do part of it, stop for a short break, and then continue. This isn't about doing less because you can't cope. It's about removing pressure so that your nervous system doesn't keep getting triggered. And when you pace consistently, you stop constantly pushing into pain and fatigue. And over time, what you can do can actually increase. And this links directly to habit number 4, because pacing only works when your body also learns it's allowed to pause. Habit number 2 is a fibro-friendly morning routine. This is the one I only committed to properly in the last couple of years, and it made my days noticeably easier. Most people with fibromyalgia wake up with some combination of pain, stiffness, heaviness, or that foggy, sluggish feeling. If you try to jump straight into your day while your body feels like that, it can take all morning, sometimes longer, to feel even vaguely comfortable. So what happens is you wake up stiff, you rush to get going, and before the day is properly started, your system is already under stress. And that extra stress tends to make symptoms worse. What helps is starting softly, giving your body a little time for pain and stiffness to settle before the demands begin. For me, that looks like waking up a bit earlier so I'm not rushing, drinking water first thing, doing some gentle stretches, and easing into movement before anything else. Your routine doesn't need to look like mine. It could be sitting quietly for a few minutes, stretching in bed, having a warm drink before you do anything else. But start with one small step. Let it become familiar, then build slowly. When I started doing this consistently, my days didn't become slower, they became smoother. If this video is helping you so far, you're welcome to give it a like or a hype. It helps other people with fibromyalgia find it too. Now let's get into habit number 3, which is gentle daily movement. Too much stillness can increase stiffness and pain, but overdoing movement will backfire. If I sit too long, I feel it straight away. My legs stiffen and standing up feels awkward and uncomfortable. With fibromyalgia, movement doesn't need to mean exercise. Think of it as keeping your body moving and unstuck. That might look like getting up once an hour, walking around the room a little, doing some gentle stretching, or changing position regularly. I use things like a perching stool in the kitchen so I'm not standing too long, but I'm also not sitting still for ages either. Little and often matters far more than intensity. And once gentle daily movement becomes your baseline, you might later choose to add gentle exercise. But this is where the movement starts, by just not being still too much. Habit number 4 is planned rest and calming your nervous system. This was one of the hardest habits for me to learn. I used to feel guilty any time that I stopped. I was uncomfortable, like I was doing something wrong. You might hear thoughts in your mind like, I'll finish this and then I'll rest. Or when you're resting, saying, this is a waste of time, I'm doing nothing. Those messages often come from years of being taught that we should always be productive or on the move. But the problem is, when you never fully stop, your nervous system stays on high alert. Your body never gets a chance to feel safe. What helps is stopping regularly during the day, not as a strict schedule, more as a permission slip. One task, then stop, then do the next task. Stopping might mean sitting with a drink, looking out of the window, listening to music, a short meditation, or even a simple game on your phone, whatever it is for you that works. This is the habit where doing more of it at the beginning when you're starting, so doing more pauses, more stopping, can actually help everything settle faster. If you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or flaring often, adding more stops can calm your whole system quicker. Over time, the guilt does fade, and your body learns not only that it's safe to slow down, but also that it's good for you. And that's where quality of life starts to come back. And the 5th habit is consistency. And this is what holds everything together. Big changes can overwhelm our bodies, and inconsistency keeps it on edge. When you do something one day and skip it the next, then start again, your body doesn't know what to expect. What helps is small things done regularly. Pick one habit, do it daily, give it time, and this teaches your body a new normal, gives it a new baseline. You don't need to do all 5, and you don't need to do them perfectly. Start where you are. Your symptoms are real, your pace is valid, and steady, gentle habits can make a real difference. If these habits made sense to you, but fibromyalgia still feels confusing or hard to explain, the best place to go next is this video, where I explain what fibromyalgia really feels like and what's actually happening in the body in clear, simple language. That understanding makes everything else, pacing, rest, movement, routines, all fall into place. And if you've already watched that one, I've put everything together into a full step-by-step playlist, my ultimate guide to fibromyalgia, designed to help you understand fibro, manage your flares, and live well with it over time. So choose what feels right for you today. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.